You want her to chase you? Then you need to grasp this fundamental truth. Genuine disregard isn't about shouting matches, vanishing just to get a reaction, or faking indifference while you're secretly falling apart. True disregard is a cold, hard detachment. It is self-respect in motion. It's the moment you can look at the woman who once ignored you and feel absolutely no need for her validation. A man of genuine worth doesn't beg, he doesn't chase, he doesn't bend over backwards to be chosen. He is the choice. The problem is, most guys get this completely wrong. They think showing disdain means treating a woman poorly. They give her the silent treatment, waiting for her to suffer. They put on a show of forced indifference, and that's precisely why they fail. Because this isn't about her, it's about you. It's about the standards you set for yourself and what you refuse to tolerate. When you stop chasing her and start chasing your own potential, the entire dynamic shifts. Because a woman notices. She can feel it in her core. She senses that she's lost her grip on you. The man who was once overly available is now distant, not because he's playing a game, but because he's too busy building a better version of himself. If you truly want to flip the script, stop making a woman the centerpiece of your existence. Wake up. Your mission cannot be to win back someone who devalued you. Your mission must be to become so damn remarkable, so complete, so grounded in your own identity that she will feel your absence even when she's surrounded by other men. Disregarding her the right way means redirecting all the energy you once spent on her back into yourself. It's about developing your mind and your body. Hit the gym, sharpen your focus, build your career, make more money, dress with intention, speak with conviction. Have a backbone and strong opinions. Become difficult to access. Be the rare man in a sea of mediocrity. And you know what? That hurts her. It stings more than any ghosting, more than any harsh word. Why? Because she realizes the man she thought she could control is gone, truly gone. Not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. She has lost access, and she knows, deep down, that a man like that is not easily found. But for this to work, it has to be authentic. You can't fake not caring while you're obsessively checking her stories, posting cryptic messages, or asking her friends how she's doing. That just puts you right back where you started, needy, predictable, and disposable. The moment you understand that this isn't about inflicting pain, but about protecting your own peace, you start playing an entirely different game. You stop accepting breadcrumbs. You quit trying to prove your worth. Because anyone who constantly feels the need to prove something is already admitting they don't have it yet. A high-value man proves nothing. He simply is. He demonstrates his value in his silence, in his presence, in his focus, in his posture. And it's that very silence that will start screaming in her mind. When you disappear, she wonders. When you don't react, she questions. When you show zero interest, she starts to doubt her own importance. And right there, my friend, the tables turn. You need to understand. Women don't chase needy men. They chase mystery. They chase strength. They chase purpose. The moment she senses you're too available, too predictable, too willing to drop everything for her, she loses interest. Because anything that comes too easily loses its value. A woman desires what she isn't sure she can have. She is drawn to what shines without needing her light. Therefore, when you position yourself as the prize and live like it, you cease to be just another face in the crowd. And here's the game-changing point that will flip the switch in your mind. Most men fail because they seek revenge on the women who rejected them. They want to get even. They want her to feel the pain they felt. But that impulse is born from hurt, and he who acts from a place of pain acts poorly. Your goal isn't to hurt anyone. Your goal is to grow so much that she hurts herself with the sheer realization of who she lost. The difference is in the drive. The man who disregards the right way doesn't change for revenge. He changes for evolution. He doesn't pull away to make her miss him. He pulls away because he understood that remaining where there is no respect is a waste of his time. And as he evolves, something powerful happens. She starts to notice. And not just her, other women too. Because a man on his ascent shines, he attracts, he stands out. Not because he's seeking attention, but because he is centered. And that self-possession is intimidating, because she begins to realize she lost someone that other women now desire. That alone can shatter the ego of a woman who thought you would always be there. You start being perceived differently, more mature, more secure, infinitely more interesting. The woman who once ignored you now watches you. She reacts, she reappears, and you just keep walking your path, unrushed, unbothered, unanxious. This is real disregard. Absence with presence, silence with meaning, distance with resolve. Now get this straight once and for all. This isn't about disappearing for a few weeks, hoping she'll come running. It's not about pretending you don't care while secretly hoping for a relapse. It's about a fundamental shift in focus. It's about ceasing to be an emotional dependent and becoming a man with a mission far greater than chasing any woman. And as ruthless as it may sound, this is precisely what makes you irresistible. Because when she realizes you don't need her or anyone else, she will respect you. And respect is the foundation of admiration. And admiration always precedes desire. Without respect, there is no lasting attraction. You can have a great body, you can be a smooth talker, but if she senses you're ready to throw away your entire life for her, she will walk all over you. Because women test, women sense, and women reject the man they can easily control. So if you want to do this right, master your emotions. Don't react to provocations. Don't send long emotional texts. Don't demand explanations. Don't try to prove you're different. Just disappear, evolve, grow. Because the silence of a focused man is deafening to a woman accustomed to being worshipped. You don't need to rub your success in her face. Your progress will do that for you. You need to burn this into your mind. The man who becomes scarce becomes valuable. Because anything that is common, readily available, and obvious becomes disposable. And most men are stuck right there, being too obvious, too persistent, too emotional, trying to convince a woman to like them instead of becoming someone who is naturally desired. The secret isn't in memorizing lines or playing childish games. It's in stopping your life from revolving around female approval. It's in channeling your energy into building something so magnificent that any woman who leaves you on red will live to regret not staying for the journey. And here is the most brutal plot twist of all. When you learn to disregard her the right way, you often no longer want her back. The pain of rejection has become fuel. You've grown so much, transformed so deeply, and elevated yourself so far beyond what she ever imagined that taking her back would feel like a step down. At that point, the game has truly flipped, because now she's the one chasing, but you're on another level entirely, surrounded by new options, new experiences, new horizons, and she is just a part of your past. She will feel your absence. She will think about what she had. She will compare you to every man she meets, and she will realize she lost a man who became an exception, a man who learned to put himself first, a man who understood that a woman's presence in his life is not the reward, it's a consequence of the man he has become. So never accept less than you offer. Never negotiate your principles for a little company. Never bow down for fear of losing, because he who fears loss loses, and he who is ready to walk away wins. Disregarding someone correctly is this. It's not acting out of anger, it's acting with clarity. It's looking in the mirror and saying, I don't have to prove a damn thing to anyone. I just have to become so exceptional that even the one who dismissed me will wish she had stayed. And when she comes back, and many do, don't be in a hurry to accept. Analyze, observe. See if her attitude has changed. See if she brings respect to the table now. Because someone who ignored you during your construction phase doesn't deserve VIP access to your completed masterpiece. Your throne is not for just anyone to sit on. A man who values himself does not plead. He does not beg. He does not ask for a chance. He chooses. He filters. He sets the terms. And if she never comes back, even better. Because the right woman will find you while you're on the right path.
And when she appears, she will admire you, not for what you do for her, but for the man you have become for yourself. Remember, the world treats a man how he treats himself. If you see yourself as an option, you'll be treated like a backup plan. But if you see yourself as the priority, the entire world will start to see you through a different lens. Disregard means saying no to disrespect, to neediness, to emotional dependency. It's saying yes to your